Hello, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see a couple of my dear friends here. Charles Wright, Dory Colbins, First Time Fishing. Thank you, First Time Fishing, for sharing me out. Thank you so very, very much. And Roy, welcome, welcome. Great to see you all. And I never know if I'm going to come on, but tonight I kind of felt that I was going to come on. So I kind of put notice out there a little bit. But how are y'all doing? Dory, I didn't even know if you were still connected. I'm going to have a panel. Yeah, Dory. So I'll invite you up in a little bit. I'll drop the link and we'll wait for a little bit and see who comes on. And then I'll have you come on up. Hey, Arnie, welcome, welcome. And I'll have you and Arnie come up. And as y'all know, I'm really very careful since I've had a few situations where I brought people up and it didn't, kind of went sideways. Y'all remember those. I had the guy that got drunk, and so, yeah, I'm going to have a panel. But I wasn't sure if I was going to come on. And then I asked my husband, I said, are we going to go to dinner tonight? And he said, well, we went to lunch yesterday. We usually go to dinner a couple times a week, but he has a big golf game tomorrow, so he wanted to get to bed early, and so he did. He went to bed early. So anyhow, Dory, I have not seen you in forever, and a lot of people are not getting notifications, and it's I don't get their notifications, they don't get mine, we get unsubscribed, all of that. So I've started coming back live. I've been live every day for about 2 weeks, twice a day. Now the afternoons are sort of iffy, but I have been on every day. I just don't ever know the time. But if I do come on at night, which I have been, it's around 10 o'clock at night. And now if I know I'm going to be home, then I'll put a notice out. The only time I don't come on at night usually is if my husband and I have been out to dinner. Okay. So I call this one the grandma convoy, because you know what? We are a convoy of friends who are here to support each other and help each other grow each other's channels. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. And so I decided that my live streams will, be about getting to know each other, making friends, building a community, building a support system, sharing each other out. I'm a big share-outer. So if you are able to share me out, if you have that little button, some of you don't, but if you have the share out button, please, please, please share me out. I appreciate it, because I don't grow unless people share me out. And when I do this, and I spend a lot of, I've been spending a lot of time doing live streams. So, either my live streams or other people's live streams or whatever. So, and as you all know, I'm a full-time college student. And so I got away from doing live streams for about 4 months because I was so busy with college. But I'm taking 5 months away from college. I graduated already, but I'm transferring universities, got accepted at the new university. And then I told them, you know what, I'm going to wait till June to start. So right now I'm scheduled to start in June. Charles, I do that. But what's interesting, Charles? What's really interesting about it is that the people that I get unsubscribed. I mean, like Brenda Land or Noni May or all my friends that I go to, I get unconnected. And then I have to go, wait a minute, I'm going to go look for them. I'm going to go see if I can find them. And hey, Passion for Art, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to put out the StreamYard here pretty soon. So, I mean, the StreamYard, the link. So, y'all can come up and get to know each other and talk about your day. We're just all here to support each other, to support each other's channels, to help each other grow. That's why I'm really doing the live streams now. So we call it Grandma's Convoy. I always wanted to be a truck driver. Maybe I'll still become one. You never know. You never know. Thank you, First Time Fishing. Thank you. Wonderful channel you have. Thank you. And so, yes, yeah, I go to college normally. I'm going back in June. I'm almost I'll be 65 when I start back up again. Not many, I'm like the oldest person in these colleges. I really am. Yeah, Charles, it's a common thread. It's a common thread here. But the thing is, I tend to remember names really good. And then, well, Arnie, when you come up, you can tell us all about it. Okay. I have, like Arnie has been such a great moderator, Passion for Art. Red Riding Hood has been a great moderator. I appreciate my great moderators because, now if you go to anybody's live streams, there are the bots. The bots now, I guess they're mechanical bots, whatever you want to call them. And we've got to be so mindful. And they have like their name doesn't look right. And so before I give out the blue wrench, I have to make sure that they are not a bot. And so, but that's been going on. That's kind of something new that's been happening. And when I go into other people's live streams, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it. So yeah. So it's all good. It's all good. And life is good. And let me go back up here for a second. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm just checking. Hey, Marianne, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Let me see here. First time fishing shared me out. I'm looking for your name there. There you go. First time fishing shared me out. Thank you so much. First time fishing. I really, really appreciate that you shared me out because that's how I grow. And, to come on here every day, I love being on here. I love all of you. I so enjoy it. And yet it takes my time away from other things. And so that's kind of a person's way of saying thank you, And so I appreciate it. And it doesn't cost anything to share. I share people out continuously, especially people who share me out. Hey, Peyton, welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Are you doing good? I hope you're having a great day. And I gave you a blue wrench there. And Billy, hey Billy, I accepted your friend request over on Facebook. I don't know if you noticed that. I went in there tonight. And it's really funny because if I don't know who someone is, even though they may know me from YouTube, and if I can't figure out, because most people have different names on here than what their real name is. And so what happens sometimes is I don't accept a friend request because I'm not sure who it is. And I've gotten really particular now because I'm always at that 5,000 edge. And when you get to 5,000, no one can request you. So I always leave room, a buffer there for new people. Hey, Venice Martinez, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you. And so, yeah. So we're all here to help each other grow and support each other. And I like to be supported too. I support everybody. And so, here, all the people that come into my channel, I share them out. And even if you don't have a community tab and can't share me out, you can let your friends know about my channel. Even when when we're not, when I'm not doing a live. Because like I talk about my friends Undell, who's KE Norway. She has an amazing channel, KE Norway. And KE Channel Norway. I'm sorry. It's KE Channel Norway. Amazing channel. Fantastic channel. And I have, and her name is Undell. So she has her Undell channel too, UNNDEL. We have Brenda Land. We all love Brenda Land. And so she's not here, but I talk about her. Norgus R, Norgus R. These are people I love and they come here. Carla and Friends, CARLA and Friends. So see, I support people even when they're not here that support me. Okay. So the whole thing is I'm a very supportive person, but it's also a two-way street. And so, that's what's important, is that people support each other. And like I talked about in my stream today, Billy was there and Passion was there. Arnie, you weren't there today. You were not there. That might be why you had an interesting day, because you weren't there and you're always there. And so I talked about it. If you want to make friends, you become a friend first. So, for example, if you want someone to come to your channel, you go to their channel first, and then you let them know that you went to their channel. And likely they'll go to the channel. Never use words like done. Oh, I can't stand that when people go done. I never respond to anybody that says that, because I don't think it's very nice. It's kind of harsh. And so leave a genuine comment. You can play the video in a different tab if you're not on the phone. Tonia, welcome. I haven't seen you for a very, very long time. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Thank you. Brenda is wonderful, Charles, and I love her. It used to be Brenda would come on first at 8 o'clock. I would come on at 10, which I do now. And then Noni May would come on at like 11:30 when I got off. Then I kind of quit doing my thing, and then Noni quit doing her thing, but Brenda kept doing her thing, so she still comes on. But Arnie, was she on tonight? Because I didn't see her on. And but then I was in with my husband. We were watching something together. We watch our own channels together that we have as a couple, and they're usually like RV channels, travel channels, things like that. So we were watching a couple channels together, and then he went to bed because he's going to golf. He's going to golf tomorrow. And I get up and I sleep in, because I'm not going to college right now. I sleep in, and then I go running, and then I do all my exercises, and then I pop on YouTube and do my YouTubey stuff, and then I paint and I do my mom stuff. Okay, and she wasn't on last night either, Arnie, was she? Because I didn't remember. Well, sometimes you have to take a rest. I heard something tonight on one of the channels my husband and I were watching, and they said, I can't remember how they put it, but essentially part of your success journey is taking rest stops along the way and to refuel yourself. Okay, Arnie, I'm gonna drop the stream. So anyone that I know, and if I don't bring you up, it's because I don't know you. And two things: I have to see movement in the basement, as we call it in StreamYard, the basement, and it can't be a photo. And number two, I have to know you. Okay, if I don't know you, I don't bring you up. And it's nothing personal. It's just until I get to know your channel and know you and know that you are who you are. So that's kind of how I do it. Okay, let me get the StreamYard thing here. Okay. And let me see if I can put that in. Okay, got it. Okay, Dory, that sounds wonderful. And so I just dropped it in there. And I do have a problem with the basement. In the StreamYard, there's like several levels, and I can't see into the basement. So if you do come in after a couple people are up here and I don't see you, it's because you're way down there. Here comes Arnie.
Hey, Dianna.
What happened to you today?
Yeah, today my day was kind of interesting.
Let me bring Jory up first, and then you can tell us the story. Hey, Jory, welcome. I'm so
Hey, Joy.
I miss seeing you. Haven't seen you forever.
Hi.
Okay. Well, Arnie's going to tell us about his day, and then I want to hear what you've been up to. He's going to tell us that he had an interesting day. So I want to hear it. Go ahead, Arnie.
Yeah, my day turned out to be interesting. I had to go to Walmart and do a little grocery shopping. And then, do you know Craft by the Rose, Tina?
She may be on my channel. I'm not sure.
Tina happened to go live earlier, and so I went up on her panel for a little bit as I was going to Walmart, and she was like, "Oh, let's see inside Walmart," and I'm like, what the heck? Okay. So I got to Walmart and I muted for a little bit. Wanted to check to see if they had their music going. Didn't need to get a copyright strike or anything. And luckily, Walmart did not have their music on. So everyone was able to hear me in there. Then everyone wanted to see the craft area. So I went to where the yarn was, and everyone just went crazy all over the yarn section in Walmart.
Why did they go crazy, Arnie?
Seeing the different colors, the prices, all that stuff.
And what was the big deal about it?
It, everyone on everyone on Tina's channel, they're all crafters. They crochet, knit, all that stuff, and so everyone wanted to see yarn, and so everyone basically got to virtual shop at Walmart earlier today.
Oh, so that does prove interesting. That does prove interesting. Sean, I need to see your face, and I need to see before I can bring you up. I can't bring you up unless I can see your face and everything. So I can't.
Whoops!
I have to be able to clearly see your face. Let me see. Kind of move. I can't quite see. Okay. Okay. I'm going to bring Sean up here.
Yeah, I'm driving. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, Sean.
Hi,
You can
Sean.
see me.
Hey,
How you
Sean.
doing?
Hey. Sean, the reason I'm very, very particular because I've had so many issues, as many of us have. So I have to see people before I bring them up.
Oh yeah, 'cause yeah, I've seen it happen. It happened to me too.
Yeah,
Getting porn bombed.
yeah,
I'm sorry to say that, but
yeah. That's exactly what
Yeah,
happened to me. And so now I'm really, really, really super duper careful. Um, uh, Yeah, I'm really super careful. And so I have to kind of know somebody and then I have to really clearly see them because even over on Brenda Land's channel, somebody pretended to be somebody else. They did a snapshot of the person's photo. They came in under the person's name and it wasn't them. And
yeah,
Brenda, yeah.
when you get me most of the time, you're gonna see dotted lines on pavement and the back of Baby Yoda's head.
Oh, okay. Are you driving? You're driving a truck, right? Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Grandma's convoy. Perfect. Perfect. Welcome, Dory. Are you still there, Dory?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, so I want to hear, Dory, because I have not seen you in like 6 months. So I would love to hear how you're doing.
Well, look, I lost a lot of weight.
You look wonderful.
So, but I am doing something on cam, so I'm going to stop the cam and still talk, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I have wanted to be on a live panel for months. And honestly, it's just because I mainly do YouTube. I don't do what are the other things? Facebook and
Instagram and Facebook.
all those other things. I do have an Instagram and a Facebook, but I don't go live. I have those because of my children to keep up with them. Stalk my kitties, and I am so proud of them. And there's so many things that I would love to say about them, but there's a lot of people on YouTube that I just don't trust.
Hey,
So
Peter. Welcome. Welcome. Well, right.
yeah,
And it's good to just really talk very general in nature when you're public, whatever it is. Hey, John Chalker, welcome, welcome.
right.
For
So,
coming.
but I've just seen some really awful stuff on YouTube lately,
Yeah.
and I feel like people have forgotten that we own our intellectual property, is our brain, and
Yeah.
our brain is why
yeah,
we're here, not not because we're most talented, because we know more songs, we can sing and dance, we can entertain, not because of any of those things. We're here because we own our own intellectual property. And I think maybe people are missing that. Our intellect is sometimes more important than what we think we have to offer.
Yes, yes,
Can
yes.
I
So,
uh, can I add something to that?
sure.
Absolutely, Sean. Absolutely.
Yeah. I what I do with my channel, I don't care if I get monetized or not. I do it for fun. I do it to help other channels advertise to people who really do need it. I drive a truck for a living. I don't, because there are a lot of people that use YouTube as an income, and I'm just trying to help them with it.
Right.
Um, you could
Can I,
see me as I like doing it that way. You could see me as this, truck driver, what everybody typically thinks of as a truck driver. But
I
I could.
I would
I'm
like to
sorry.
say something. I'd like to say something about that and about income and not income. Like this pandemic has put me in positions I never ever dreamed myself ever to be in. And
Yeah.
Yes.
like for instance, 2 days ago, I had no idea that I had no power. I literally had no power. And I was here by myself and I had 13% on my data on my phone and I messaged my roommate and said, "Can you tell me what's going on with the power?" And then I lost all contact with the whole world. Basically, nothing. I went to bed. It was like noon and I went to bed. And then maybe 10 hours later, I woke up and there was power. I still didn't know what had happened.
yes.
So anyway, apparently my roommate did not pay the bill, so we had no power. We literally had no power. And he was at the dentist. He's getting a whole set of implants. He's doing everything he can to, you know, do whatever he can for himself. Just to, I'm not here like for people to say, "Oh well, poor Dory, she didn't have power because no one paid the bill and she doesn't have an income," and none of that matters to me. It doesn't matter. What matters to me is that I don't want to be involved with people that are out just to hurt other people.
Right. And that's not what my channel is. My channel is a very supportive.
Right. So when I saw you, I was so excited. I was like, oh,
Because I take control of my channel. I mean, I don't put up with anything. If I see somebody that is being disrespectful to whoever, they're blocked. And so that's
so
I
yeah, I
allow
was just so
I allow
excited.
for mistakes, but not for purposeful mistakes. So yeah, I'm a take charge of my channel type of person.
Yeah,
And
I was really so excited to see you that I could go onto a panel where I didn't have to worry about somebody thinking, oh, well, now she's going to e-beg.
right,
You know what?
right,
I'm
right.
trying to e-beg.
So I'm so
I
glad. Yeah, and thank you, Peter. Thank you so much for saying that. Peter said Diana's channel is clean and respectful. Yes, I keep my channel very, very clean, and I'm even very careful what we talk about. And if anybody ever gets into like a topic that I'm not comfortable with, I just shift it immediately. And you'll notice that, and I do that because it's my channel, and I respect other people's channel. I mean, whatever they choose their channel to be, I don't have to go back, or they make the rules. I don't make the rules on their channel, but I follow the YouTube guidelines and I make my own rules here. You know, and it's so perfect. Sean came up because what is the title? Grandma Convoy.
uh, I was going to finish about what I was talking
Go
about.
ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
I have an upcoming live stream. It's going to be lengthy. It's going to be like maybe 2 to 3 hours. It's
Good.
going to be a presentation. I would like
Yeah.
everybody to attend this, and I want you to advertise your channel because that's what I tell everybody to do. Throw down your link, advertise your channel. That's what I'm here for. And what I do, a lot of people would sell this kind of information, make you subscribe to something for this
Yes.
information.
Just you
And
want
if
whatever.
I'm not out to hurt anybody. I'm actually out to help people
Right.
because a lot of people, especially Americans, do not have the vocabulary and understanding of what's going on with them right now.
Yep.
It's been that way for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Well, I can help them understand that a lot more and get rid of the veneer and all the theater that they've been witnessing because that's all it is a distraction.
Right.
Right.
But you're
I live in
gonna
Las Vegas, and the mandate on the mask went down today, so there's no masks in Las Vegas anymore. So now I'm like, oh great! Now next time I go outside, I'm gonna get COVID. Pretty sure.
Yeah, this is the thing. On my channel, I have to stay away from all political topics or all anything. But I welcome.
Well, it has nothing to do with politics.
And I welcome them on other people's channels because I go to those channels. And
Yeah, but
I do have to tell you one thing is, we are closely monitored here on these public. They know what channels we go to. And, there's a big difference between people who grow fast and people who grow slow. And
Yeah.
I have my own theory. I'm not going to say it here, but I have my own theory. And, but I love, let me just say it this way. So, because I have to be careful.
Oh,
I love truck driving.
Maya, I tripped over you.
I would become a truck driver.
Ah,
Now, or I can, I guess. I did get a CGL when I lived in Texas. So, but that was because I wanted to drive a 40-foot motorhome. But I admire truck drivers for what they do. I'm behind truck drivers for what they do, and that's partly the reason why I was inspired to call this Grandma's Convoy. Although it's about us helping each other build our channels. So I'm all for you, Sean. And when you do your live stream, I will be very supportive. If I know it, I'll be very supportive. And you can talk about whatever you want on your live stream.
Politics isn't the focus.
Yeah.
To someone like me, it's secondary. This is all economical.
Yeah.
Now there are people who make it political, but that's on them because economics is totally different than politics, even though they're closely linked.
Yes. And it's like, so I'm so careful now because I got into some topics a while back, which were all, they were good topics. There was nothing, but they were, I guess, polarizing topics, just really one or two. And I just gave my viewpoint on it. And I suddenly could not grow. My channel could not grow. I would grow 200 a day, but I couldn't keep them. And so I realize now that I stay away from specific topics. And although I'm very opinionated, I stay away from talking about specific topics so that I do not, so that YouTube lets me grow.
Yeah. Hey, Diane, it would shock you because I know you remember the golden era of trucking. Everybody had the same thought about truck drivers. They're uneducated idiots. They don't know what they're talking about. But I got to tell you, in the past couple of years, I have trained some students, and myself included. You'd be shocked to know that how educated we are. I have a master's degree in economics and a BA and secondary and broadcasting.
Well, hey, I told my husband the other day, I'm so inspired right now. I'm thinking of literally going and get my CDL again and become a truck driver. He said, well, what about me? I said, well, I'll come home on weekends.
I will tell you, couples that team drive like that, they make a lot of money.
Well,
they do very well.
You know what? I love that idea. Yeah, I'm going to mention that to my husband now. He's still, he's a big golfer and he golfs every day. But, I think we would love that because we went to 48 states in our motorhome when our kids were little. I homeschooled. And so that's how I learned to drive a big vehicle. That was
You could also still do your live streaming and run your
yeah.
channels.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I would. What do you use when you're out there? What are you using for
I
your?
I got a Galaxy Note 20 5G
So what is that? Is that a what is that? I don't know what that is.
Phone.
phone, cell phone,
Just
Galaxy Note
Samsung
20.
phone.
It's just a phone.
Yes,
Sa-
Sean says he thinks truckers are very smart people. Absolutely, absolutely.
Well,
And
typically they didn't think so years ago. A
years
lot
ago,
of your
yeah,
a lot of your college students that have graduated in the past 10 years are leaning towards the trucking industry because
tremendous.
I've had engineers, I've had computer engineers, computer programmers, you name it. I've had them as a student. They can't find a job in their field. Either there's no openings or it got shipped overseas.
Yeah, and now they're
Yeah,
becoming truckers. Yeah,
exactly.
you know
I
when
went I went the other route with I ended up working in the casino because I'm really good at math, and so I became a dealer, and I made a lot of money.
wow.
In
See, we're all gifted. We're all gifted at
Yes,
something.
we all have our things. I couldn't drive. I'd fall asleep. I would be I would be asleep at the wheel. I couldn't do it. But
Well,
Who's in the basement? I can't see who's in the basement.
well I
Ready?
was born. I was,
Who's in the basement? Because I can't see. I can't move my thing to see
let me see. I
who's
can't
in the
see.
uh,
basement.
my dad was a trucker. I was born with a steel
Red.
wheel in my hand.
Joy,
Yeah, it
is that
says
red?
red.
Okay, I'm going to bring her up if I can. Wait a minute. I can't. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go.
Hi, redhead.
Hi.
It's
Well,
definitely red. It's red for sure.
I didn't see you in the basement. Okay.
Yeah, I know you didn't. I was just being paid. I was just listening to everybody.
Red, this is Sean. I don't know if you know Sean.
Hi.
And this is Jory.
Nice to meet
and
you.
Arnie. And Sean is sharing with us about um, his take on how many extremely well-educated people are now becoming truck drivers because they can't find work in other places. And that is so true. But I admire truck drivers. I mean, they work long, hard hours. They're the backbone of our country. So,
Yep,
now,
but we're hated as much as the police are.
And,
Oh, no,
and
well,
congratulations,
we love you.
Dianna.
Grandma's Convoy loves you. Okay. Grandma's Convoy loves you. That's why I've been putting pictures of trucks, because I can't really talk about anything up here, political or the current news stuff. I can't talk about it here. But I put up, people know. And you got to be careful, though. Like I said, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson on YouTube. Matter of fact, you know what YouTube did to me that got me the ball rolling, that I actually found out a year and 2 months ago that I had at that time 26,000. It wasn't showing, it was showing like 11 or 12 and subscribers. And right now it shows 16K. And I think I'm like at 80K. But anyhow, when I went to them, they gave me a strike for a picture of my face. And they said it was nudity. Well, they apologized and they put it back up and all that. They did that twice. They apologized. But in the midst of all that, hey, Billy, thank you. Thank you. They apologized, put it back up. And they said, by the way, you had 26,000. And I said, well, where are they? It doesn't show there. And they had to come wait and go check it out. It took them like 2 or 3 days. And then they came back and said, well, they're all spam. And I said, well, how can people I go to's channel be all spam? And so I learned my lesson during that time because I did a couple topics and about like, whether you should wear something over your face or not wear something over your face. And that's really what kind of got me into that. So I don't talk about anything that, I just keep it very neutral here because for that.
Yeah, I can see how that can bring a little
I
problem.
could not grow. I could not, even though all the people were coming into my channel. And like I said, I should be probably at 80,000. And I'm telling you, it's I grow every day, but it doesn't show in the numbers. And so, but I'm hoping that I'll continue to grow. It's a slow growth now versus like I used to grow 1,000 a week. But anyhow, that's just the way it is. But I'm very, as Red knows, we were talking about this, was it today or yesterday, about how when you have your channel, you get, if it's a politics channel, you get to decide that. I love to go to political channels. I love to hear what they have to say. And I participate in the stream. I'm not usually on the panel, but in the stream, but I don't do that here. Just like I go to cooking channels. So everybody gets to determine what their channel is about, and the host who hosts the channel, which is me on this channel, or my channel, you get to decide, and you can switch the topics or do whatever, but I'm pretty lenient, but I just don't go in certain areas.
Yeah, so I have a story with my mom because we were different political views and we argued about it. So I avoid it too, Diana, and I
Yeah.
really can't. I really don't like politics at all. I really, really don't.
Good.
And because
I
my
don't
mom
talk
and I
much.
were fighting.
Yeah, I'm very opinionated in politics, but I have to say that I don't talk about them other than to maybe my husband. I just don't
Yeah,
do it because it's divisive, and
yeah, it's
that's not
divisive.
what my channel is. If I had a separate channel, then maybe, I have 5 channels, but none of them are about politics.
Yeah. And so I was glad we agreed to disagree with my mom, and we sort of stopped talking about that. I'm like, we agree on the important thing, like we both love God and
And that your
you know,
relationship is more
yeah.
important than
Yeah.
politics.
And I was so glad because not long after that she passed away. And I was
Oh,
so
Hey,
glad.
ladies,
We-
the live that I intend on doing will solve all that issue to where you're really like that's all secondary
Right.
to what
John, when are
to
you
what
doing
is
your live? When are you going to
it,
do it?
it's going to be within the next couple of days. I want everybody. You don't have to ask permission. Just come in, drop your link. It's a
But
wealth of knowledge.
Sean, I don't know if I'll get your notification because I don't get notifications very much. Can you let me know exactly when
Yeah.
you are going to do it?
Um. Yeah.
And
If you.
so I can
Yeah.
come over and support you.
Yeah. If you don't make it, just watch the video. It's a wealth of knowledge, and it's going to be very helpful. And also, it's going to be painful to hear because I know how painful it was for me because my college professor said, "Go read this book, and when you're done reading it, come back and we'll talk about it." That was the greatest gift that I ever got because it opened my eyes to a lot of things
Right,
instead of what we were raised to believe and accept without question.
right. Well,
Made me start doing that.
when you go live, I really, really want you to. I really want. Red, can you look down in the basement? Can see if you know.
I
Um,
can't look in your basement.
you can see who's in StreamYard.
But the difference between me and all the others, I want you to be critical. I want you to test my validity.
Yes.
But it's gonna require reading books, not Google, like a lot of folks that rely on Google. No, you got to go to a library or go to Borders and buy the book.
well, let me say something about how I grew up and how I got here. I was raised in a political arena. My father was a foreign diplomat, Canadian. I lived all over the world. I could not proclaim a party. I had to be diplomatic about everything, even as a child. Because I was a Canadian, not an American. Americans are the way they. This is difficult to explain to people if they don't understand it, but Americans, when they are raised in a certain party,
Thank you,
when
Charles.
their party, sorry, go ahead. When their party is in, then it's all about them. But in Canada, you don't decide on a party and then become a politician. What happens is you have to pass a bunch of tests and be able to surpass some other people, and then you become a qualified person in that arena. So it's not what party you belong to or how much money you've donated to that party that decides whether you're in or not. You have to actually earn it as a human, regardless of party.
Sean, Charles Wright wants to know, what is the first name of Sean's channel?
Yeah. What is?
It's just Sean Trucking with BS. I just abbreviated my road name at the end. My road name is Big Sexy.
Oh,
So I just put BS. A lot of my children's friends call me Uncle BS.
yes. Well, I like that. I like
That's
that. Hey,
my
Michelle.
eldest yes.
I did it as an irony. I got a big sense of humor.
So no, but all I'm saying is that being that I live in America, I immigrated here. I have a green card.
Excuse me for
I
a minute.
work here.
Red, do you know John Chalker?
Yes, I know.
Okay, so do I bring him up?
Yeah, you can bring him
Email
up.
him. Okay, because I
Can you
couldn't see his face. Okay.
I'm sorry you can't see mine because it's dark in my cab.
Hey, John, I couldn't see in the basement.
Hold on.
Hello.
We're putting her
Hi,
on,
Jen.
on this. Hey, guys.
Hey, John.
Can you see me now, okay, sis?
Yep, we can see you. We can see
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that. I
Well, he's
had
at
to put
home.
some lights on in there.
I thought you might have been in your
Nice to see
cab.
all of you.
Are you a trucker,
Yes,
John?
Michelle. Michelle. The link is there.
No,
I'll
he's
drop it again. Michelle is going to come up too. So I think I can get more than 6 of us up here. I think it's, there we go. Now I know Michelle, and so I'm going to bring her up. Like I said, if I don't know you or know of you and I can't see movement or whatever, then I don't bring you up. It's nothing personal, so. But Jory, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just wanting to bring John up, and I wanted to make sure that because I hadn't brought him up before. Go ahead, Jory. I'm sorry.
No, I wanted to know if John was a trucker.
His uncle, I think.
No, I'm not, honey. My uncle is a truck driver, and I respect you. My uncle runs Northeast Trucking.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle
Well,
is
I actually own a
truck.
truck. It's not an 18-wheeler though.
I want to test Diane here. Diane, do you remember hearing this back in the day, like back in the 70s and 80s on the radio? I'm pulling into this choke and puke to get a Java Juice and take a 10-100. That's old CB lingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My handle, my brother, is Catman.
Well, okay. Hey, Michelle Shelley, I cannot. It says devices not connected. So somehow you don't have a reception. Can you? You have to hook up because it says it's not connected. You're in my basement, but I can't see anything. So
Diane, all truck stops or restaurants, we call them choke and pukes.
Yep. Do you? Do you remember? The dinosaur one in Cabazon?
Yeah, well, that's a Sinclair. They got the Brontosaurus character.
Yeah. I remember because I was driving into LA. I lived in Palm Springs. I was driving into LA. I had a new car, and it was so hot that day that the something happened to the water thing, and I broke down, and that's before cell phones and all that. Well, my girlfriend and we were on our way to work in LA, and we were out there in the middle of nowhere. And God bless the truck drivers. The truck driver picked us up. We got it hauled up into the truck. He took us to the dinosaur cafe, and we waited on the tow truck there. And then I did this in a video. I talked about this in a video called I think it was called. Well, there was 2 different tow truck driver stories, but this is one where we got into a tow truck, and the police started chasing the tow truck. And long story short, the tow truck driver wouldn't stop. And finally, they blocked us in, and we were in the tow truck when all this happened. And that was what I remember about the dinosaur inn. They arrested him for some unknown reason. The tow truck company called us and apologized greatly for what had happened. And but that was my experience with the dinosaur.
You see me, guys. I'm outside my truck. I'm waving at the camera.
Oh, hey, let me
If,
get
if I could eat at a at a truck stop diner every day for the rest of my life, I would be happy.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. They'd have the best pie and coffee.
Can somebody find his link, or can Sean, you drop your link to your channel, because I can't find it.
I can't. It's Sean Trucking with BS. You should be able to easily find it.
Okay.
You know, big
I'm
sexy.
trucking with BS. I'll look for it.
Sean, would you go back over to my last video I put up, whatever that was today, and make sure you comment so that I can make sure that I'm connected, because they keep disconnecting me from people, and that way I'll know when you come on this weekend. Shelly, I can't. Can someone type into Shelly that I can't? Her device is okay. Oh, why is it, Shelly? Michelle, you have to do it on your end. That comes on your end.
I'll be right back.
Okay. You have to do it on your end. Something on your end with your computer. You have to free it up so that your mic and your camera can work.
Find me there, and I was
Share, copy link.
this person, and you don't like them, and that's
Who are we? Who is that?
whatever. She found me over at Hostbusters like 2 weekends ago, and she had to dig through that screen to find me up there talking with Sam.
We're getting somebody's static.
Video about it.
I don't know.
That was so weird. Like, girl, I mean,
who are we getting? Who is that?
Stalking them. They find us in the weirdest places. Like, they'll be like, "Yeah, I saw them in this chat," and I'll be thinking back. I'll be like,
I don't know.
I like those little chats. They're like my hidey holes, you know. I love them.
Well, you know,
who are we? Who is that? Who is that in the background?
Go there, probably. Caitlin's picture.
Hello?
I think it's me.
Arnie, can anybody hear me?
Extra windows, though.
I know. We can create.
Mute each of us one by one and see.
Do it way better than Siggy's voice.
Can you hear me?
Siggy voice.
Hello?
God.
Hello?
Who's got another window open?
Who?
I don't know.
Trying to do
Somebody.
Somebody's got another window open.
Everyone a wrench, so like don't be offended.
Okay. Okay, everybody on my panel, go out and come back in.
Remember
Go out and come back in. Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Who was that?
I think that might have been me. I think I stopped it.
Are we good now?
Yeah.
So we're good
Yeah,
now.
I muted to make sure it wasn't me, but I closed all my extra windows in case it was me.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was me because
Hey,
because
John.
I had a notification from somewhere else, and it started on its own while I was here. So
Hey, John. Welcome.
Yeah, my phone does that too. I'll get notification and it auto plays.
well, what happened is I had a notification for something that was going to start in 30 minutes. So I went there and then I just left it. And then I guess it came on, the sound came on.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember. I didn't remember it in there. So I didn't have any idea what was going on.
Michelle is trying to come in, but it keeps saying her devices are not connected. And
Do you want me to jump down?
No. It's not that. It's not that. She's saying that her devices are not connected, but it's on her end. What does she need to do to make it work?
Think about it for a second. If you're on StreamYard, but you're connected to, you've got your not Yahoo. Why am I saying Yahoo? YouTube. If your YouTube is open and you have,
but her camera is not being recognized. Her camera and her devices, whatever she's using,
is it on her phone or on her PC?
Michelle, are you on your phone or on your PC? Because it won't let you come through in here, and we're not sure why. It says device is not connected.
If she's on her phone, she needs to go to Safari.
It probably has to do with her camera or something. Or
No. If she's on her phone, she needs to go to Safari. Otherwise, her browser doesn't support StreamYard. So,
really?
Yeah.
Are you on your phone? She's on her phone. I think that's why.
So go to Safari.
She says she went into Safari. So it's something on your phone. You have to unblock on your phone so that something on your phone is preventing you from us viewing you. So that's what it is, Michelle. So you have to figure out on your phone what it is. Because
she has to do it through Safari. If she tries to go through Chrome or any other YouTube, she should just X out YouTube right now, stay on Safari, and then try again through Safari.
Yeah, it can be confusing. It really can. The other days, StreamYard knocked me out, and I couldn't get back into my own stream, so I had to end the stream.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it could also be another app using the camera.
I'm going to bring her up.
Coming now? Good.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
What happened? Can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. What happened that caused you not to be able to come up?
I had to go through Safari. You were correct. Google wouldn't work. Google Chrome wouldn't work. Safari worked.
So see, Jory was.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
She's such a genius. Dory is, because she knew stuff that I would have never known. So I'll remember that.
That was a big help.
I need somebody.
I know a little bit.
I only use usually Safari on my phone. So that's when I did that. That's why it worked. I didn't even know.
Well, it gave me 3 options. The options were Google, Google Chrome, or Safari. And I kept trying in Google, but it wouldn't work. I had to unblock my mic and my camera to allow it to be used. It only worked in Safari.
Well, that is see, I remember something like a long time ago with that I had a problem, and it was on my end. You know, when
the very first time that I ever went to StreamYard was the day my son died, and they were trying to get me on StreamYard, and I didn't know what was wrong, and all of a sudden I noticed when I went out and came back, I was leaving Safari, and I thought, oh, I have to go to Safari.
Well, let me ask you a question then here. So let's say I needed to get up and go to the bathroom. Okay, not that I do. This is where I mess myself up. Do I put stop cam or do I put leave studio? I don't do leave studio.
No. Don't ever do that.
Okay, because that's
that
what
gets you out of everything. What you do is say
stop mic,
stop cam, and say, someone take it from here. I'll be right back, and then mute.
So it's stop cam. Is that correct?
You want to stop cam so that we're not looking at what you're doing.
Okay.
Whatever that might be.
Yeah, and then stop mic so we're not.
And then stop. Yeah, then let people know that someone else take charge for a minute, and then you can stop. Just mute and then do whatever you have to do.
Well, I have to say, I really appreciate having great moderators. Boy, that doing a live stream without a great moderator, it's tough. And having great moderators are so important. Now, Michelle has a fashion channel over the age of 60. So she's an over age 60 channel like me. That's how we connected.
But is she older than me?
Huh? Yeah.
But is she older than me?
Yeah, we're all older.
I'm 65. I don't know what age you are.
I'm 65.
Same age.
Same age. And I'll be 65. I'm not 65 yet.
So when you think I'm 65, young lady?
Hey, Emerald, I'm going to be turning in June. In June. So.
No, Michelle, when did you become 65?
When did I turn 65?
Yes.
Last September.
Oh, you are so old.
September 23rd.
No, I became 65 last May, so I'm a little older than you, but that's okay.
Here you go.
He's very temperamental, isn't he?
Jory, when you turned 65, how did that Medicare work?
I still don't have it. I don't care about it.
You didn't get, don't they automatically give it to you at 65?
No idea. Don't care. Don't want to know.
What
That's
do
my
they do over
business.
there, Michelle? What do they do? Do they automatically give you something at 65 or what happens?
A lollipop? I have no idea.
Here they make you officially a senior. When you hit 65, you are officially a senior.
They cannot deny me medical care. Let's just put it that way. I'm not asking for any, though.
Right.
They give you a card here where you get minor discounts, very small discounts when you hit 65.
There's something
A
to
few
do.
dollars here and
I have a card with my face on it, and it's for buying a bus pass if I want one.
Yes, for things like that.
Yeah.
It's only a couple of dollars here and
But I
there.
live in Las Vegas, and you can get everything for free here. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
everything.
all you have to do, everything.
You walk in the supermarket and off you go.
Are you from Australia?
Am I from Australia? Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yep, we can tell.
I'm from Canada, but I live in Las Vegas. It's the center of the universe, and we get everything for free.
I love that. Wow, I need to go to Las Vegas maybe.
I love that.
What do you get for free that you can't get anywhere else in the United States for free?
Sushi.
When you say everything for free, what do you mean by that?
All you can eat sushi.
Sushi. In other words, when you go to Las Vegas here, which I used to love to go, and when I was in my 20s, I used to go to Vegas all the time, and they had, like, if you come to the casino, you could get a free meal, and they gave out a lot of free rooms. You would get free rooms, free meals, because they knew that you would spend money. Yeah, in Vegas. That's why everything is free.
Here's the thing. I worked in the industry for a long time, way before I came to Las Vegas. And one of the tricks of the trade is, like, for instance, if I wanted everything for free in Las Vegas, all I have to do is go to any casino and ask them how much am I allowed to, cash? What kind of a check can I cash? And they'll look it up and they'll say $1,000. So what you do is you write a check for $1,000, right? And they give you $1,000, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you do.
Wow. Okay.
And you don't have to spend it.
So this is all to entice you to spend time and gamble, is it?
No, that's their idea, but no, you don't have to spend that money.
Right, you don't have to spend it.
But is that what they want you to do? That's what
well,
they're
yeah,
you.
But the idea of actually
there's
writing
no free lunches in this world.
Well, the idea of writing the check. Let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
The idea of cashing the check is to allow them to think that you're going to use the money.
Yeah.
So they're
you don't have to use it at all. And so you don't use it. You take your check, your money, you put it back in the bank, and a couple of days later you start getting free things in the mail.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
what do
free
you get free in the
buffets.
What do you actually get free in the mail? What sort of things?
Things like 2 buffets for free.
Okay.
Or
they offer a lot
they must have worked out in a percentage. They must have worked out percentage-wise. This is to their advantage because they wouldn't keep doing it.
Well, what they did do is work out how many people don't understand what's really going on.
So you
It
played
is a
the
lot.
house.
There's a lot of people
If
that
you
don't
know
know
what I
what's
mean,
going
you've
on.
been playing.
But because I've worked in the industry, I've been in the industry.
Yeah.
I know I don't have to spend a penny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not many people know that. A lot of people think,
well, they
oh,
do now.
Well, I hope they
You've
do.
let
I
them
hope
know
to tell
now.
everyone.
I want to
You
ask
know?
Michelle a question. So, Michelle, I want you to tell a little bit about, because a lot of people don't know what your channel is. I usually, when I bring someone
What
up,
my channel is?
what your channel
Well,
is.
it's about it's about fashion and styling for mature women in particular, because I was in the fashion industry a really long time. I had retail stores and did lots of other things within the industry. And when I had to retire, unfortunately, I didn't know what else to do with myself. And somehow I stumbled on YouTube, upon YouTube. I had no intention, of course, starting a channel. I guess that's a cliche these days. Everyone says that, don't they? But I didn't. I actually made a video to see if I could make a video. Not because I wanted to learn about video editing. I just wanted to see, can I do this? And I could. I shocked myself. And after that, I thought, well, what are you going to do now?
What year did you start your channel?
Oh, it's almost 3 years ago now. And when it first started, I wasn't doing fashion. I was just on there chatting because I wanted to see if I could make a video. So I got on there and I was chatting about a few different things. One was about dating gurus because I was dating at the time. So one of my first videos is about which dating gurus I liked, which ones I watched on YouTube, or which books I'd bought, you know, like He's Not Just That Into You and books like that. That was my first video. I want to chat about that because I was dating, as I said at the time. I wasn't doing fashion initially. And then I thought, well, it's pretty obvious if you want to stay here, you better do something you know a lot about. And Michelle, I knew quite a lot about dating, but
Michelle, can I want to ask you a few questions about this because my daughter is a designer and fashion designer, and
okay.
She doesn't really have to work. I mean, that's just what she is. So
yeah,
her husband she married a younger man who's very intellectual, and he is associated with the top Ivy League university in America. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't have to work, but she's very talented.
Yeah.
And she doesn't make, like, she's not a moneymaker, but have you heard of, what is it called? 3 Elm Street? There's a store here.
Okay.
Do you know of it, Diana?
Welcome. No, I have not heard of it. Have not heard
3 Elm. It's 3 Elm. It's a store from. She used to live in Pasadena, California. They just moved to Princeton.
Yes.
And it's.
Hey, Jess Shelley. Welcome.
So is she wanting to sell her designs? Is that what you're saying?
Well, here's the thing. She doesn't have to sell anything. She doesn't have to do anything. She's just a mom.
But
she has a 4-year-old, you know, but she's very talented. And so when she becomes so inspired, what she does is she'll do a whole run up, and she'll hire models and do all the photo shoots and put everything on Instagram. And this store that she used to work for in Pasadena is, I guess it's very popular and trendy. It's a very trendy store. And you remind me of the type of person that would shop there or design there, or you know what I mean?
You know, the thing with being creative with fashion, and I used to do a little bit of designing and manufacturing as well. But the thing is that sometimes creative people aren't very good at the business side of things.
Right.
The financial side
Right.
or promoting themselves because they really just want to create.
That's
Exactly.
had one of those personalities where I have both sides of me. And actually the business side of me is a much more powerful force, a driving force, because I was essentially a single mom. So I had to make money.
Right.
So I
right.
had to sometimes shelve
Like me,
my
I was that
creativity.
person. I had to make money.
So I had to find a way to make money. And sometimes I had to put my creativity aside. I couldn't make just what I liked. And then I got into buying and selling, and I realized I was pretty good as a buyer and setting up stores. I was actually probably much better as a buyer as I was at creating and designing.
You know, I'm thinking of a person that this from the 70s that you might remember. That what was her name? But she was Australian, and she lived in America, and she was very creative like you and very businesslike. And oh wow, I wish I could remember her name right now, because these are the type of people that change things for other women, that make things possible. Like my daughter, she designs things, dresses, but she also does a lot of leather cutting, and she's very precise and intricate, and she has a lot of color blocking, and
Yeah.
most of her ideas are fashion. Not all of them, though. I mean, she could probably help someone. If
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if she put herself in the right position, she could make a lot of money by helping other people.
My daughter worked as a personal shopper. She lived in New York quite often and LA, because her dad's from LA. And my daughter's lived in the States a lot. And she worked as a personal shopper. And she has an ability in that area much more than I do. My true ability is, as I said, as a buyer, knowing what the market wants, setting up retail. And I did a lot of importing as well from Indonesia and India. I did a lot of manufacturing in China with Chinese companies. So I'm
and
the
she's
queen.
not interested in that. She's interested in creating.
Yeah, but I was interested in the business side because I had to make money. I had to pay mortgages and keep everything flowing. I hired staff. So I didn't have the luxury of, as I said, just being creative. But a part of me really enjoyed the business side, really enjoyed it. Whereas my daughter was a personal shopper. She loves dressing people. She's the one that should be doing the channel I'm doing. She absolutely adores dressing people. But I like it and I can do it. But my real passion is being a buyer. I mean, if I could help young women set up retail stores, that would thrill me. I could do that all day long.
The key to it is
because I like business.
What you love, finding what you love to do, because like you love to be a buyer and someone else wants to be creative. And when you merge yourself together, your two talents, that's how success happens. When we go against what we love, we're probably not going to be successful, because part of being successful is having passion about what you do.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes us time. We know what we love to do. Often we talk ourselves out of it for one reason or another. Could be practical reasons, but sometimes circumstances will also push us towards our passion, which is really a wonderful, wonderful thing.
There isn't really a need for what I love on YouTube, though. People want how-to videos, how to wear this, how to wear that. And really, I can do it. I can do it. I have done courses in the past and I've learned a lot along the way, and I've just got a bit of a natural ability. But for where my heart is, I still see myself as a small businesswoman.
Yes.
And I would love to still be able to buy and sell, but I've tried that online and it's a really different medium because I like to talk to people. I'm one of those people. I used to joke with my customers and say, let me twist your arm in a nice way.
Can I help
In
you?
a nice way, I would twist it. No, I would twist the arm in a nice way because my incentive,
No.
I was a bit like Las Vegas.
You're
My
like,
incentive was to give people a discount.
yeah.
I gave people discounts. If you buy this, if you buy 2 garments, if you buy 3 garments, I would upsell all day long. And I got so pumped doing that.
Yeah.
I used to be able to intuitively know who I could upsell to. And I used to joke with them and let them know that I wasn't hiding the fact that I was trying to sell more to them, but it was a win-win. They were happy. They got a really good deal. And I was happy. I made more money.
I am literally the worst. I do not want to sell anybody anything. I don't want to put anything in the mail. I don't want to, that's way too much work, all of that. I just want people, because you have to understand, I was a dealer. I dealt blackjack, poker, all of these games, and all I had to do is say, give me your money.
Yeah.
And they gave it to me.
I
So
want
why
to.
would I want to give someone something in the mail?
I want to interrupt.
Yeah.
I
Your
want
money.
to ask Sean where he's at right now. Sean, where are you at? Because it
I'm
looks
in
like
Nebraska. I'm in Nebraska.
There's no snow there. There's no snow.
No.
Well,
Just
you
wind.
are lucky. You are lucky. Because I was watching, because, when you have this many boxes up, I couldn't quite make out where like what the road was like, but it didn't look like you had any snow.
No, this is Interstate 80 eastbound.
I love Nebraska, by the way. I've been through Nebraska. I love it.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
a flat
When I
estate.
was in high school, my
There's
very
not
best
much.
friend was from Nebraska,
Yeah.
and her father was the principal of the school. And
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's not much to do here except to go cow tipping.
well, moved to the Philippines.
What is Nebraska famous for?
Uh-oh, we got
Corn.
a bot.
Like every state has something
Corn.
they're famous
Where?
for.
Corn.
Red, can you get the
Far-
bot? Can you get
Farming.
Nebraska is famous for corn.
Red?
Farming
Corn.
and livestock. That's all it has here,
Okay.
farming and livestock.
Well,
You just met somebody that will tell you that they're bored in Las Vegas. I've been there many a time, delivering ice cream, whatever. I am bored in that town.
oh, you're going to come visit me
Wow.
now? Is that what you're trying to say?
The only exciting thing I ever did in Vegas was I rode second seater to Thunderbird 2, which is Major Mace, Michelle Corin.
You can
She's
come to my
Thunderbird
house.
2.
You can come to my house. You'll be scared. 'Cause
Yeah, but if you don't gamble, you're bored there. There's nothing to do, and I don't gamble.
I don't
I
gamble
don't
either.
gamble either.
I don't
I've never
gamble
been
either.
attracted
I
to
live in the
gambling.
ghetto. And you're afraid to come to my house. Trust me.
Hey, I want to ask Red. Red, would you like to read us a poem?
Sure.
Remember you said that you were going to read the one poem.
Sure.
Yeah, you said today that you were going to read us a poem tonight.
Uh-huh.
Kind of
Yeah, you want me to read the red poem?
Hey, Pat. Welcome, Pat. Thank you for coming, my dear friend. Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Red. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll go to my website to get my red poem. Because like
There
I
was
said,
a
I can't open my
specific one.
document.
Welcome, Heaven Hope. Welcome. It was a specific poem you were going to read.
The red poem.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you memorize it or?
I haven't memorized it yet. It's a newer poem, but I almost got it memorized. My roommate's dog came up here. I need to ask her to get him because he's got gas.
Red is a poet. For anybody that doesn't know, I have such a wide group of people. I have cooking channels, art channels, piano channels, fashion channels, every kind of channel up here. So she promised to read a poem.
Okay, I found it. It's called "Call Me Red."
Call me Red.
We're always in it. I see it, I face it, I put it on. Scarlet or vermilion or bluish red crimson. Old ladies with hats are winsome. Valentine's, Christmas, cars. Leaves of fall. Teen colors. It symbolizes blood and courage. Come now, let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Esau was red, and so was his stew. God didn't choose him, but he chose you. The sea was red, the Israelites went through. I said I didn't love you, but I lied. I thought you knew. I couldn't have put up with all that crap we went through without his love, which ran red. Your cold-hearted rejection cut like a knife. My blood ran red. So I wanted to hurt you too. Why don't we remember the good times? You always focus on the bad. Never speak life to me. So sad. Left me starving for attention and affection. Does anyone think I'm good or fair? I won't live in regret. We were all meant to be. 5 beautiful children, don't you see? The thought of losing you could leave me so brutally blue. But no, just as Taylor said, loving you was riotously red.
Wow, that's profound. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That was
kind of like,
sweet.
Thank you. Do you have another one that you want to read to
Thank
us? I love that.
oh, I have a lot. I have my
How
whole
about
book.
something more with like with nature or something fun? You have a fun poem?
Oh, I have a fun poem that's about my house with my kids growing up that I like to read.
Okay.
I'll read you that one. It's called The 7-Story House. My blog before it was Redheaded Riding Hood. Now if you Google Redheaded Riding Hood, writing with a W, all my stuff comes up, and this book is the 7-story tree because my last name was Story, and I have 5 kids, so there's 7 of us. So my blog before was the 7-story house, and that's what this poem is.
I only have 17 children. There are so many stepchildren in my family that you would not believe it. You would not believe how many steps.
I have 3 and I love them and they're wonderful. And yet they were a handful growing up, but they were wonderful. I've always enjoyed being a mom. So Red's going to read. You got it, Red?
Yep, the 7-story house.
The 7-story house.
Come and go with me. It's a big, big house where all the kids play. It's the house that built us. We do loud really well. That's WII, the Wii game, video game.
Yeah.
We do loud really well. Hop on pop. Homeschool, homeschool. Homeschool, homeschool. Pools, tools, parties, fools. Lightning, laughter. Conscience clear the morning after. Kids, cribs, coons, and the cat food. Witches, ditches, pull up your britches. Hide and seek, don't you peek. Music, mayhem, magic. Murder in the dark, soccer in the park. What's up, butts up? Don't fall, wall ball. Books, nooks, dirty looks. Dogs, frogs, hollow logs. Trees, fleas, pray on your knees. Games, trains, it's not lame. Camping, glamping, now we're revamping. Supermom's Sunday suppers, Dad's best barbecue. God's here, so have no fear. Love, let go. Forgive, forget, have no regret. It will always be, in my memory, a place for friends and family.
Oh,
That is beautiful.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that.
Love that. Love that. Thank you. Thank you.
I got lovely visions when you were speaking. I could actually see it.
Oh, yeah, that was yeah. Well, my kids, my daughter, my middle daughter, who's married, she's 25 now, drew this picture when she was little, and it's a tree, and the 7 of us. So I was like they're over here on the. I have 2 boys and 3 girls. My youngest 2 are girls.
You have so many girls in your life. I have hardly any girls. I have like one girl, and the rest are all boys.
Yeah, I had 5
How many children
brothers.
do you really have?
Who, me?
You don't. Yeah, you don't really have 50, do you?
I had 3 boys and 1 girl.
Oh.
And then I had a stepdaughter who's now a stepson because she's trans.
Yeah.
I had my youngest son had 3 other brothers who it's very complicated. It's complicated.
Okay. A big happy family? Sometimes.
It's just
Thank you, Passion for Art, for doing that.
It's difficult to explain, you know, like what happened was my 2 of my sons died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Red Riding Hood. Thank you.
One of them was a baby. He was a baby when he died. And
okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
His other brother died a year ago. And he had, well, obviously not him, but just him and his brother that died before him had a lot of other siblings that were like, for instance, my daughter's actually, oh my gosh, this is so crazy.
Before you go on, Joy, I'm going to ask, I want to give John a couple moments here because he hasn't had a chance to speak. John,
Sure.
I wanted to ask you, John.
He might have fallen asleep. He's fallen asleep on my lives before.
Oh my gosh, I think he fell asleep. Let me just.
John.
Oh my gosh.
There he
John,
is.
There he is.
You fell asleep.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
not again.
Speak now or hold your peace.
Yeah, we were just going to ask you what your channel was about, John.
Ugh. Ugh. Give me a minute.
Are you awake?
But why don't you step down for a little bit, and then when you wake up, you can come on back up. Okay?
I'm up. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. We just wanted to ask you what your channel was about.
Well, my channel is about a little bit of everything.
Okay.
You never know what you're going to see on my channel. You can see cooking. You can see camping gear. I do a lot of things on different types of camping gear. I do a dinner of the day video every day.
You do one every day?
Yes, I do. Like one day I did
way behind.
I did a video of a haul video and a cooking video. Both in the same day.
Wow. That's excellent.
I apologize. He comments on my videos every day, and I need to get over there and comment on like.
That's really excellent. A video a day. That's fantastic.
What I do is I put whatever I feel is good that day. Like today, I made my dinner of the day video was a ravioli with a homemade cheese sauce.
Oh my gosh!
Ooh, that sounds good.
You know the government cheese that we started getting the government cheese again. Well,
the
government cheese. A way to chop it up, throw it in with some butter and 1 cup of milk, and you could turn it into cheese sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, I won't eat
I
won't eat any government cheese. I'm sorry. I don't care how much milk and butter or
what
whatever.
Sort of cheese is government cheese? I don't know what that is. What is it?
Plastic cheese.
Government cheese, honey, is cheese that is given to us by the government.
It's plastic cheese.
We used to have government cheese. They would give us out blocks of an orange block of government cheese. It comes in
it's plastic. Nobody can eat it. It's
John,
not
where do you
digestible.
live? John, what country do you live in? Do you live in the States? Or where do you live? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's Connecticut, right. You know, John, when I grew up, we had, they didn't have food stamps when we grew up, and they had something called commodity boxes. And so they would give us cheese and milk and bread and sugar and things like that. They were called commodities. Now they do food stamps. But back then you couldn't pick what you want. So John, your channel is a little bit about everything, and you do cooking. That's amazing.
I will. I do cooking on food stamps.
Okay. So do you cook like a couple times a week on your show, or what do you do?
I cook every night. I do my dinner of the day every night.
Do you do it live or do you do it recorded?
Let's say I got the food at a food bank. I will tell you where I got that food.
Okay. So that's very helpful to people who are on restricted budgets.
Yes, because you see, food stamps, okay, you can eat anything you want on food stamps.
Yeah.
Okay, you just got to understand, when you're buying those things, there's certain things you can't buy on food stamps. They won't allow you to buy certain things. Anything that is hot, you can't buy on food stamps. You know, like those chickens you see in the grocery store that are warmed up?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't buy those.
Yeah, I don't eat chicken anyway. I don't eat any chicken.
Sticker that says approved for EBT.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful that you do a cooking and you do mall channels and you do all that, because I never really knew what your channel was about. And so I thank
take
you.
Take a look at my channel. You'll see.
Yeah.
I will.
Very
never know what you're gonna see on Explorer channel. You never know what you're gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see.
Yeah, and you inspired me to do my
haul video for Walmart. I'm getting ready to put up another haul video from Amazon. I'm just waiting for everything to come in.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
So I do.
See, like a lot of people don't realize that the things that they give you for food stamps you can't buy in the store. Like you said, you can't buy things that are already cooked.
Yes.
Oh.
And what you can buy, there is a sticker. Now they have a new sticker in the grocery stores that says approved for EBT or SNAP. It's food that's been heated up, but then they take it off the line after it's been heated already. Yeah. It's left in a cold case for a while, and they put it out on the deli.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I noticed, because like a lot of people thought, well, I can't buy that chicken because it's not approved by EBT, but because it's been put on the shelf and then
taken
off, and then a few hours later it's approved.
Let me give you a for instance. I was at a grocery store right here in Waterbury. I went to the deli case. They had fried chicken, everyone. It was already put in the case, in the thing. I pulled it out. I asked the gentleman, I said, because I always ask first. I said, this says approved for EBT. He says, yes, that was heated up 2 hours ago. I said, so this is fresh chicken today? He said, yes, it's fresh chicken today. All we do is box it up. The minute that it's not here, we move it over here. And we put the sticker on it that says approved for EBT.
Bless you.
So these boxes are approved for doing let's say you want to do a picnic. They're like picnic boxes. You ever have cold chicken for
hey DJ, welcome.
That's what they have.
So John, it sounds like whatever you're doing in your life, you make a video of that.
Yes.
Whatever's happening in your day, you make a video, whether you're cooking, whether you bought something from Amazon. So in some ways you're just showing us your life. Is that what your channel's about mostly? Or do you plan ahead?
Well, usually I have monthly plans. And then sometimes it's sporadic. It could be a sporadic day. Like one time when I was down in my basement, I brought my camera down there.
Yeah.
Thank you, DJ.
I was trying to show my viewers, how to reset their fuses.
So it's a bit of both. It's a bit of planning and a bit of spontaneity.
I'll show how to's. Like if I'm gonna paint a wall, I might do a video on it. If I
Right.
like, I made a thing on macaroni and cheese. Macaroni. I have videos on all different things. You'll find a little bit of everything on the channel. If you
So it's a
find
Yeah.
something that you
channel, a
like, give
lifestyle
me a
channel.
comment. Tell me what you like, because that's what I do.
Thank you for
Okay.
sharing, John. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's
Sorry I
very
fell asleep
supportive.
on your channel, honey.
Thank you.
He comments on my videos every day, and I
Thank you,
thought I
John.
didn't tell you this, John, but I was thinking about you when I decided to do the Devo upstairs. I just do the Devo every day, the devotion every day. So, yeah, I was thinking.
Well, your channel sounds wonderful, John, and I thank you for sharing. And I will
I
go
always
over to
come
your
up and I
channel
always
and I will watch
support
a
every
video.
channel. I'll
Thank
come
you.
up if you need backup. I'm here. You can
Thank
ask
you, John.
Red. I call Red my elder sister. If anyone picks on her, I'm there.
Thank you,
I'm on her
John.
live so fast their head spin.
Well, we
I
appreciate
made
so
him
is
a mod, but I
Ken.
don't
He
go
jumps on
live
my
hardly
live all the
anymore.
time. We
But I'm
even
going
fell
live on
asleep. You know
Sundays.
what happened? I fell asleep on your live. Oh, good. You just had your first falling asleep on their live.
I've never had anybody fall asleep
It's a
before, John. So
tradition.
you were a first. You were a first for me. Thank
Well,
you.
He was the first to
Well,
fall
Kenny
asleep
doesn't
on
technically
mine,
sleep.
too.
sleeping. He was just resting his eye for a
Resting.
minute.
No,
I don't
I
know
was
if
actually
Arnie
out.
fell
I
asleep.
was
Arnie may have fallen asleep too. I don't know. Arnie's up there. He might have fallen asleep. I want to ask Sean again. So, Sean, how are the roads going over there?
They're what we call high and dry. That means that
You're lucky.
yeah, there's no weather out here except for the wind is pretty bad.
John's
I'm just
on his
glad.
way to my place. He's bored. He needs somewhere to go. So
I'm
he's
Come
coming
to
to
YouTube.
Vegas to visit me because
yeah,
he's so bored.
I'm
Sean,
glad
do
I'm
you
really
remember-
heavy.
Let me ask you,
I'll
Sean, where do you
go ahead.
call home?
Sean,
Where do
I
you
know
call
you're
home,
coming to
Sean?
see me. Stop it.
Sean,
I live
where do
in
you call home?
I live in Ohio, but I was born and raised in Chicago.
Okay, so
Well,
your home is in
Las Vegas
Chicago.
is close to all of those places, and I know you're on your way here. Don't try to lie to the people.
So,
You
Sean,
want to come here because you're bored.
how often do you get back home, Sean?
Let's put it this way: since the pandemic in early 2020, I've been
Yes.
home about 5 times.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Whoa.
So you
Wow.
are steadily
Like
working,
that,
Sean.
too.
You steadily
Sean,
work. And
since
what
the
brought you up on
pandemic,
YouTube, Sean? What
and
actually brought you up on YouTube, Sean?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, Sean,
Sean, no, I'll tell him. Listen, Sean.
What brought you up on YouTube, Sean?
No, listen, Sean. Since the pandemic, I have been nowhere. I'm still in Las Vegas. You still want to come and see me. I know you want to visit me. This is your mission in life because you're so bored.
Dory, I want to ask Sean a question. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sean, I want you to, because I'm very interested in how truck driving works. Do you work for a company or do you work for yourself independently? And do you get to choose how much you want to work, or do you choose how much you don't want to work? Or
I can choose what I want. I'm what they call an owner operator. I got the title to my truck back in October.
So you own your own truck.
Yeah, I own it, but I sign under a carrier, meaning I'm contracted through that one carrier. That means I can only haul their freight. It means I signed under their authority. I did that because if you don't, you're going to pay full price at the pump, which is almost $5 a gallon for diesel. If you sign under a carrier, you get a fleet discount.
There you go.
Okay, so you work. You're an
Smarty pants.
independent contractor who works kind of for somebody else, and then but you get to decide how much you want to work, right? We don't tell you how much you have to.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
he wants to come and visit me.
Like no matter
That's
if
his
So
goal in life.
the thing is, Sean, so you get to go home. I mean, like if there was something important for you to go home to, you would be able to go home.
Yes, I could go pretty much wherever I want. Basically, when I take a vacation, going home is actually vacation for me. But
Yeah.
if you want to talk about real vacation, I've been everywhere on this side of the planet. That's why I go to the other side whenever I actually do take a vacation. I've been all over Europe. I've been to Russia. I've been to the Middle East. I really haven't been to Africa yet. That's about the only continent I.
Let me ask
Hey,
you, when you
I
truck
haven't
drive,
been to Africa
when
either. We need to go together.
when you go to truck drive, when you went to Europe, did you drive a truck in Europe or what?
No, I'd like to try that, but I have not been to Australia, and I'd really like to drive the road train for experience. For the
Right.
experience.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I
So
haven't
you're
done
a long haul trucker, Sean?
Oh yeah, I'm all over North America, Canada, lower 48 and Alaska.
Oh, you really are. Yeah.
Sean, do you have a favorite state?
Favorite state? Not really, but if you want the most beautiful part to go to in the states, that would be Coeur d'Alene, which is the northern stick of Idaho,
Okay, and
between Montana and Washington State.
what makes it special?
Montana.
I'm sorry.
What makes it special?
It's very beautiful. I would consider that the stateside version of Bavaria in Austria.
So you're saying Idaho? Idaho?
Northern Idaho. It's called Coeur d'Alene. It's French.
Wow.
Oh, we should
I
all
live in
Google that.
Austria. Listen, I'm
That's wonderful.
I'm
Welcome,
very
Adele.
sincere in this.
Welcome. I'm going to welcome some people in, Jory, right now. I'm going to, because
Stop me when you can.
Adele TV, thank you for being here.
You know, Sean, in Australia, we don't say the word trucker, we say truckie.
Yes.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
want to
we
bring
call
my
them
truck over
truckies.
there, and I want to drive.
And do a truckie.
I'd like to take a train from Melbourne to Perth just for the experience.
Yes.
I have. I've been across the Nullarbor on the train. It was really very boring. There's a lot of desert out there. I went from Perth and I did get off at Melbourne and changed trains. It does get quite boring though. It's just desert. Australia is in the center, as you know, probably. It's just all desert.
Yeah,
I mean, it has
mostly
its own
desert.
magic, but it does look not the same.
There
for a
are
long
some
way.
really there are some real places in Australia that are paradise.
Michelle, let
on the
me ask you,
coast,
are there
yeah.
a lot of crocodiles and alligators as we see on TV? Is there a lot of those there, Michelle?
No, crocodiles are only up north. They're only in the tropics, right up north in the Daintree and the Northern Territory. They're only in a small section of Australia, actually.
Mhm.
And they are dangerous, of course. There is a tropical place called Cairns, which is really popular tourist place because the Barrier Reef is right off Cairns. There are crocodiles around there, and I have been on beaches where people have told me there was a crocodile there the day before or so forth. But it's not very common in those
Yeah,
populated
most of
areas.
the crocodiles are in Africa.
That would be so scary. I would,
In India.
My husband and I drove, well, we had our motorhome. As a family, we drove through Florida, through the Everglades, and the alligators would cross the road. And I said, oh my gosh, I would never want to get out of there. They were so scary, so scary. And that was,
Oh, yeah.
I go
Well,
through
the
there all
crocodiles are scary too if you go into the river with them or a creek with them.
Yes.
I mean, they are deadly. They are killers
Yeah.
and they're fast.
I go to the Everglades frequently to get plants or fruits and vegetables, and I swear to God, I saw a crocodile there once flossing.
Crocodile.
Yes. What was that? Sean, what was that? I didn't
Want
hear
to
that.
say that again? Explain that.
Somebody's microphone is making a lot of noise. I don't know whose microphone it is. Joy,
John, is that your microphone?
Somebody's microphone is making a lot of noise.
Oh, I hope mine isn't. I don't think
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
Okay.
I think it was John's.
Okay, we're
So,
good now.
Sean, what's the difference between a crocodile and an alligator? Do you know? Because I don't really know. I think alligators are bigger. Is
Pat,
that right?
well, thank you, Pat. Thank you so much. Pat's my dear friend. Thank you, Pat.
Yay.
A crocodile's nose, the jaws, are more pointed. An alligator's is more wider and rounder in the tip.
But what's the
And
difference?
with alligators, do they have salt water and fresh water like they do with crocodiles? Because we have both.
Not here, except for maybe Louisiana might have some. But the crocs are mostly located in Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, along the Gulf Coast.
Yes.
Except for Texas. Texas doesn't have them, but they're all over Florida. That's why you don't want to have a dog, because if you let your dog out, it will disappear.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
absolutely. You don't want to. Yeah.
Yes, I've heard of that.
I lived in both of
I
them.
know that after Hurricane Katrina and Rita, I saw some alligators on I-10, and these are the things that happen during hurricanes when the water mixes. There's like salt water and fresh water mixing together over hundreds of miles.
Too scary.
And everything becomes confusing. But I didn't know that they had that many crocodiles in Louisiana. I thought mostly it was alligators.
Yeah, when you're in Louisiana, you got to try gator tail. It's very good. I've had it.
No, I don't eat anything that tastes like chicken. Tastes like a chicken. I don't eat it.
It's not like chicken. You just got to be used to.
I don't eat anything like chicken.
It's not like chicken. I just told you that. But you got to get used to cayenne pepper. That'll light you up.
Yep.
No, cayenne is no problem. No, honestly, you're trying to tell me that.
Joy, before we go tonight, I'm going to have Red read another poem. Okay, before I close down tonight, I'm going to have Red read another poem. So, Red, pick a fun, nice, light poem for us to go off for tonight. Your poetry is so wonderful, and people love to hear it. And but a light one, not a heavy one, but a light one.
Oh,
I told you I'm kind of bossy on my channel. I'm kind of bossy on my channel because I control my channel, and it's important for me to control my channel. So I would like Red to read a poem.
Well, I could do a short one. They tend to be, my poems all tend to be like about God, and they all tend to be sort of heavy.
Okay. Do you have one that's light?
Can
I have a light one?
Okay. Wait, I'll find one.
Sean, I love the fact that you came on today, Sean, because Grandma's Convoy, and it was so perfect. Your video, riding in the truck with you was so perfect tonight when you came on. So I thank you so much, Sean, for coming on and sharing the road because I've been staring at the road the whole time. I'm like, when I'm not looking at the stream, I'm looking at the road. So I love that.
Yeah, I rarely get to look at. I don't look at the chat at all because I can't see it, and I rarely look at the screen. I do this so I can just talk to people and listen to you guys.
Yeah, well, I thank you so much for that because I've really enjoyed watching the road, and I hope when you do your live, you show us some of the road too. So
I've been trying to see something on the side of the road. I can't see anything at all but headlights.
Yeah, but if you go to my channel, I have a lot of videos of different parts of the country I've been to, like going down Cabbage and being in Montana. And
I would love to do that. I would do that.
I even got one downtown Vegas when I was there. That was a couple months ago. I was going through downtown because I had to get to Vegas really fast, and these girls passed me when I was going through downtown. And I have to warn you, I didn't use bad language, but these girls were pulling their tops down to get me to toot my horn, and because I didn't toot the horn, because we didn't toot the horn. They all gave me the finger, and I rolled down my window, and I said, "How you doing, darling? Bend over. I'll drive you to the dunes."
Gotta be careful.
We all say that. That's what we all say in Vegas. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Red's going to read.
Well,
Red
it
is going
obviously
to
Okay, I
didn't
got one.
stay
She's
in
going to read us.
Vegas if you put it on your channel.
So thank you, Hung SG, for coming. Thank you, my friend. Okay, go ahead, Red. You've got the
Okay,
floor.
this is the 7-story tree. This is about my children. And when I started this book, I didn't know. My husband and I were separated, and I wasn't sure which way it was going to go, if we were going to stay together or not. So that's why the ending of this poem is the way it
So
is.
it's kind of an ambivalent time.
Yeah, but it's about my children.
Okay.
The 7-story tree, and it's the 7-story tree. I needed a hug. I needed unconditional love. God gave me Sarah. Why so serious and delirious? I needed to have fun. My father-in-law asked, how about a son? God gave me Teddy. The days were so long, I needed a song. God gave me Ian. Mom-in-law said it sounded like Ing, her father's name that rhymes with sing. Without a care, I needed a bear, or perhaps a cook. God gave me Claire. Falling apart, we needed a new start, or perhaps more organization. God gave us Lydia. You and me in our tree, we will rise to the skies 7 stories high.
Oh,
That is beautiful.
that's a lovely
Thank
one.
you so much. Thank you. Well, I want to say thank you to everyone on the panel, everyone in the stream for coming. And as you all know, I've been on about twice a day, every day. So I don't know what tomorrow brings. I take it one day at a time. But if I come on at night, it's at 10 o'clock. And if I come on during the day, it can be any time, from 1 o'clock to 4 or 5 o'clock. So anytime in that ballpark. I try to give notice if I know, if I don't know. But Sean, make sure you do message me and let me know when you're going to be on so I can support you. Red, I know you're going to be on Sunday night.
Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock, 1 p.m.
So message me because you're on my Facebook now. So message me, please.
Yeah,
And,
2 p.m. your time, I think. 2 p.m. your time, Georgia time.
And John, we look forward to your videos. And Jory, when you do a live, let us know so we can support you. We want to support you. And Arnie, of course, is going to get back to his stuff. And Sean, of course, is going to do his in a couple days, right? And
it won't
be long before I do one.
Michelle,
thank you for putting up with my BS because I'm not big sexy. I'm just sometimes I have some BS. That's all.
But
my life's a little different.
We're here to support you.
I'm going to put into words what everybody's been going through.
Thank you.
And it's not what you think, but I'm going to finally put it into words, and everybody's like, "That's what it is. I'm feeling. This is what's going on."
So we will enjoy your video. When we will love it, and we're going to, make sure that you let me know so I can share you out. Okay.
Yeah.
I
love you, Michelle. Kelly style. I think you're awesome.
Thank you for coming, Michelle. Thank you. And
thank you. I needed the practice. Apparently, it was suggested.
You know what? It gets chaotic when you have a stream this big. With a lot of people up here, I try to give everybody ample time. Everybody kind of try to balance it and give people an opportunity to talk and tell a little bit about their channel and everything. So I thank each one of you. I really do. Thank you. And I am going to go relax and answer my comments, and then I'm going to listen to Touched by an Angel because I listen to Touched by an Angel in the background. I watch the TV series at night in the background, or Joyce Meyer, or both. And then I drift off to bed, and then I'm going to get up in the morning and go running. So thank you, each one of you. Thank you, everybody in the stream. Passion for art. Thank you for keeping a good eye on the trolls. I appreciate that. One thing is, anybody that does a live stream, please remember there's a lot of bots out there now, and you have to have somebody in your whoever. If you need me as a moderator, I'll be happy to mod for you. Just let me know. So thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Unfortunately, my phone rang a few times.
Thank you, Arnie, Jory, John, Red, Sean, and Michelle, and thank you, everybody in the stream. May God bless you.
Bye, everyone.
All of you. You're all great
See you
people.
later, alligators.